Hey guys, welcome to Griffith's Retro Gaming with me, Alex Griffiths. And today I'm doing another pickups video which I myself am quite surprised by because I wasn't actually looking for any sort of games or anything like that, but I just happened to come across quite a few and for really good money as well. I've had a lot of luck really, but I just didn't think that I'd be doing another pickups video before I go to the gaming events. On the 1st of February, I am going to the Leeds Gaming Market, which is at a hotel. I can't remember the name of the hotel for the life of me, but yeah, I will be going there. I'll be there most of the day, so if you see me, come say hi. I don't know many of your faces because obviously you don't have them up on YouTube, but yeah, you should know me, so I'm really looking forward to seeing you. I'll get some snaps as well, maybe some selfies, and we'll put them in a video later on. And then on the 1st of March, I'll be doing Doncaster Gaming Market as well. So yeah, busy couple of months where I won't be doing pickups because I'll be saving the money I have for these events. I absolutely love them. They're the only place you can get the rarer and more obscure titles, really. Yes, you have to pay, but it's worth it. So just before I start as well, the game playing in the background is Bard's Tale for the Xbox. Now, this is a hack and slash that uses the same engine as the Baldur's Gate Dark Alliance games and Dungeons and Dragons Heroes, and it's so far removed from the old game that you'd know from the... what system was it on? Like the really early DOS games and stuff like that, the dungeon crawlers. This is, yeah, like I say, it's a hack and slash, but it's got so much humour in it. It is so funny. The beginning of the game, you've got a mission where you've got to clear out a basement of some rats, you know. But when you go down into the basement, you start, you know, pretending you're the big swinging cock in town, whatever. And you come across a giant rat that... it shoots fire at you, so it's he ends up looking like a right idiot. But yeah, it's absolutely brilliant. There's goblin songs in it, and it's the humour and everything about it is just fantastic. And it is available for the PS2, GameCube. I'm not too sure, but if you see it, it's well worth picking up. And I think it's £4 in CEX. So yeah. Give it a go. I don't know about PlayStation 2, but it can't be much more than that. Okay, the pickups. Now, I've picked these up from a variety of different places. So I've been to Sawthumbs Retro in York. I've been to CEX. There's an eBay purchase and a Facebook Marketplace pickup as well, which blew my mind. So I'll save that till last. It's phenomenal. But I'll start with my CEX pickups, and I've sort of gone into collecting something by accident, but I'll show you in a moment. The first game I have is SSX on tour, and that was 75p. Now, it's a classic snowboarding game like all the others, but I love them. I really do find a lot of joy in these, and for those that haven't played them or don't know, it's just Tony Hawk's, essentially. You do tricks and things like that on snow. And yeah, it's just fun. 75p, you cannot go wrong. It's all there as well in nice condition, so well happy with that. So next up is a game for the Xbox 360, and it's Red Faction Guerrilla. And it was 50p. So yeah, absolute bargain there for 50p. And like I said, I've never played it. It's all complete. It looks like a third person sort of thing, but I could be totally wrong here. It says, lead the Red Faction revolution using guerrilla tactics and strategic destruction in an epic battle for control of the Red Planet. Mars? But yeah, I mean, 50p, it's hardly a risk, and yeah, worst case scenario, it just sits in the collection, because it's in nice condition again. Well done, CEX. Now, the next one is a game that I am really looking forward to. It's a horror game. I haven't been on any of them. There is a number 1, but I got Condemned 2 for £1.50. So sorry about the light reflecting off it. Graphically, it looks amazing. It looks really good. So, as disgraced investigator Ethan Thomas, your search for the missing partner will plunge you into a twisted world of psychological terror and bone-crunching brutality. I mean, what more can you ask for? This is what I call a winter game as well. It's one you need to play in the dark. No good for summer when the sun's blazing in at 10 o'clock. So, not quite 10, but you know what I mean. All complete, in nice condition again. For £1.50. Oh, it's by Sega as well. Should be good, hopefully. So, I've accidentally gone into getting special edition games and steelbooks because in CEX they don't really price them differently. There's only, for some they do, but for the most part, for a slipcase or a steelbook, it's more or less the same price. And the first one I've picked up for £3 is Turok, which is your classic dinosaur hunting game along the lines of, or it used to be along the lines of like Doom, but with dinosaurs. Lovely condition, barring a sticker there, which I've tried to get off, but it won't, unfortunately. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to playing that. I've not played it for the last generation. Just as a side note as well, in the CEX that I bought this from, there was a girl behind the counter that served me with it, and she recognised me from these videos, and I was really taken aback because I didn't assume anyone had recognised me. Not in that sort of way anyway, maybe at the gaming events, but not in CEX or anything like that. But I did forget to get her name, so yeah, if you're watching, put a comment in and I'll reply back. It was great to meet you, and sorry I had the kids with me, or else I'd have probably chatted for a lot longer. But yeah, thanks, great service. If your bosses are watching. Okay, the next one, in fact, no, I'll do this one. The next one is Final Fantasy. Now, this isn't a special edition, it's just got a slipcase, but it's in beautiful condition for £3. There you go. So, absolutely wonderful condition. I'm almost scared to take it out and open it. I mean, that's as far as I can open the game. It looks like it's never been, or maybe only the once. I know a lot of Final Fantasy fans, the older lot, and overly fussed with the newer games, but I've never played them and I want to, so I have got some serious gaming to do, I really have. But yeah, there you go. Graphically, again, it looks stunning. There's no reason why it shouldn't do. I just hope it's got the gameplay that I'm used to with Final Fantasy games. Okay, next one is Dark Souls. Limited edition for £4. Now, I couldn't believe this. This was on the shelf, and it's, let me just say, it's beautiful condition. Now, I'll show you what's with it. There's the game. All complete. There is a code there. I don't know if it's been used, but I will maybe try and see if I can download the content. Now, on the shelf, obviously the disc wasn't in there. It was just like that. I don't know if you can see that. So it just had the game and a big gap here. I was like, oh, I hope it's got the stuff with it. So I took it to the counter to ask, and he said, yeah, the book is there. I thought, oh, that's great. And I just left it at that. I was happy with that. And when I got home, I saw there was the code for the extra content, but the behind the scenes and the soundtrack wasn't there. I'm like, oh, that's a shame. But when I opened the book, I was greeted with the soundtrack and the behind the scenes. So it's all complete for £4 and it's in beautiful condition. I don't know how much to go for, but I don't really care. £4 is a bargain for that. Especially when you think about what you pay for some games. So I was a bit worried as well because I've got Dark Souls 2, but I didn't realise it was number 2 that I had. I thought it was just Dark Souls 1. So when I got home, that was a nice little Brucey bonus. So absolutely delighted with that. Right, next up then is Sawthumb's Retro, which I wouldn't say disappointed because it wasn't Sawthumb's Retro's fault. I went in and most of the games that they had for the original Xbox and Xbox 360, I already had. So, like I say, that's not their fault, but, you know, personally it was a bit disappointing. I was hoping to get something a bit more. But, as always, wall-to-wall retro, absolutely fantastic. The guys in there are great. And, yeah, I enjoyed my time there again. On a side note as well, I did go to CEX in York, but that was awful. There was nothing in there really, and most of the games that did have, the instructions were unfortunately missing, so I didn't pick anything up from there. So, first off was a 360 title, and this is what started my limited edition, like, picking up, if you like. I just thought, it was £5, I thought, well, yeah, that's a bargain really. I've got a few other limited edition games which I've just come across, you know, in collections and things like that. But I've already got this game, so I will be putting it into the swap pile or giveaway pile. I'll take them to Leeds Market, and if I meet some of you there, if you want it, then yeah, take it by all means. So, or we can swap it if you've got one that I may need. So, it's Hitman Absolution. And I'm not a big fan of the Hitman games. I just saw it was £5. I thought, wow, that's in lovely condition. So, you get the game. Nothing too amazing. I think there's some codes which I won't show you. But yeah, it's all complete in nice condition. And there's an art book as well, which has got some really stunning art in there. I mean, I dare look at it, but it's an absolute joy to look through. As is the Dark Souls one, there's some beautiful artwork in there. There's the code, which I won't show you. But I don't know if it's been used, it may have been, but it doesn't really matter. Graphically, again, it looks great. I went on the first Hitman on the PC, I believe, years and years ago, and I was like, it's alright, but not all that. So I maybe should give these newer ones a go. It might be a lot better than I remember it. Okay, and the last two I got was for the original Xbox, and I'm just trying to remember which way around. I think this one was £2. Now, I'm a big fan of the series. Sorry, Retro Bear, but it's Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 4. Yeah, if you don't know, Retro Bear, another YouTuber, he doesn't like Tony Hawk's. For some strange reason, it's great. It is good. It's good. Okay, so all complete, nice condition. I've only got one. I think it's American Wasteland for the Xbox. Strangely, I should have more, but yeah, nice to have that. So, and finally was one that it's not worth an awful lot of money. It's £3. I think it's about that in CEX, to be honest. But there's 3 of them out, and I have 2. I have 1 and 2. Now, I'm not overly fussed about this game. I'm not big into racers. But it's Midway Arcade Treasure 3. And, yeah, it's all the old Midway games. There's Midway Arcade Treasures 1 and 2, which are a lot better. You've got Mortal Kombat on 1, I think it is. You know, games like that. This one, you've got Rush, Super Off-Road, Badlands, you know, San Francisco Rush 2049. And, yeah, I'm just not into races at all, but I really wanted to complete the 3, so I'm glad I did. That's Midway Arcade Treasures 3. And this was battered, to be honest. Everything inside is nice. The disc was nice, the booklet's nice. It's just that the case was all ripped, and there's slide which I can't do anything about, but I've replaced the case, so it looks a lot better now. So yeah, finally got all 3 of them. Delighted with that. Next up then is my pickup from eBay, which I was absolutely delighted with, and I just couldn't believe my luck with it. Now, I told you in a few videos I'm looking to put a shelf up there above my TV, and I'm hoping, when I finally get it done, I'm hoping to have a lot of the big box Baldur's Gate games and PC games that I used to play, D&D and stuff like that. And I've got Baldur's Gate 2, the big box, so I was looking for Baldur's Gate 1. And unfortunately, the PC games, the big box ones, tend to go for quite a bit of money. And Baldur's Gate typically goes from 15 to 25, depending on the condition, give or take, you know. I saw one listed at $9.99, free delivery, so I was like, ah, yeah, that's good. That's a cracking price. I stumbled across it because it had the wrong spelling. Now, I don't know if you do this, but sometimes if you put the wrong spelling in, you'll, you know, pick up, or you'll see a different listing of the game that you want, and it'll have been there for ages because no one spelt it like that. Now, this is Baldur's Gate with the Tales of Sword Coast expansion, and I'd spelt it, it's spelt with a U. I'd spelt it with a E deliberately, and yeah, this was listed on there for $9.99. But it did say "or nearest offer," so I waited to see if anyone would get it, and the time ran out. No one did get it, and it got relisted under the wrong spelling again. So I thought, it's now or never, so I thought, yeah, $9.99 is fine. If I can get it cheaper, then, you know, Brucey. And I put an offer in of $6.99, and it got accepted. So I was absolutely delighted with that. And it's in really good condition, barring, unfortunately, some sun fading on the side, which is a bit of a shame, but it's not that big a deal, to be honest. So I'll just go through this. Now, it's got all the discs. This is going back a bit. So you got 5 discs there. 5 discs for Baldur's Gate, and that really does take me back. The condition of the discs aren't fantastic. They are a bit scratched, but I have no way to play this, so it's not that big an issue, really. It is just for display purposes. I play them digitally now off GOG.com on my MacBook, believe it or not, so yeah. And it's got the expansion, which is Tales of the Sword Coast. It comes with a massive book, which is absolutely delightful to read through. It's got all the backstory, the lore, all the tips and maps, and yeah, it's just wonderful. They don't make them like that anymore, unfortunately. It's got a map which I don't think has ever been opened until now. So that's the Baldur's Gate city, and that's the Sword Coast with Baldur's Gate at the top. I will be framing that because I've got Icewind Dale and Baldur's Gate 2 up on my wall. There's a quick reference for the Tales of Sword Coast, their shortcuts and things like that, what the little pictures mean, essentially, at a quick glance. And the instructions for Tales of the Sword Coast, which is not overly thick or anything, but it's beautifully illustrated, and yeah, the expansion is, they removed the level cap. I can't remember what it is on Baldur's Gate. But yeah, they just move the level cap up and give you a few extra missions and spells, weapons, things like that. There's also a Virgin interactive card, so if I wanted to send away to that. Absolutely delighted with that, and I'm so happy it had the map because that wasn't in the picture, I don't think. I think I would have remembered that, so $6.99, absolute steal. Now next up is a pickup from Facebook Marketplace, and I was absolutely stunned by this. And it is a FIFA PSP. Now, it's just a typical 3000 model, but it comes with this box variant and FIFA 09. So nothing special, but it is a rarer example of the different boxes. And I've been on eBay to have a look because I was a bit unsure. I didn't know if it was rare or not, but that was of no consequence anyway, to be honest. It was just for curiosity. And someone was selling the box alone for $29.99. It said rare, and you take what sellers say on there with a pinch of salt, of course, but something in the back of my head was saying there is a slightly rarer example, and someone on one of the groups on Facebook has confirmed it. I mean, we're not talking megabucks, but certainly more than the average PlayStation Portable goes for. And it comes with a decal which has been folded, unfortunately, so we won't be able to use that. But again, it's of no consequence. I wouldn't have put it onto the system anyway. But the reason I bought it, this is what I mean by it was only a side issue. I bought it because my PlayStation Portable the disk drive has gone, and I'd got it modded to be able to play the older systems on, but I very rarely did, and I can't really explain why. I think I just prefer original games on the original systems. And like the Xbox, I got the Xbox because it was modded, and then I realised how cheap the actual games were, and I've not used it as an emulation device whatsoever. It's purely for playing original games on, and that is what I wanted this PSP for, because my other one with the disk drive going, I think it cost me more than 10 quid to get the disk drive either replaced or repaired. And the issue was that I've got a load of games, and some really good games from when I had my first PSP. There's like both the Grand Theft Autos, which I'd like to play on the PSP rather than on a different device. There's a game called Silverfall, which is a hack and slash, which I really enjoyed. I've been on CEX website and they sell it for 15 quid, so, you know, it's on the rarer side of the game catalogue. I've got D&D Tactics, which I love them sort of games. And that's not a hack and slash, that's a strategy, turn-based strategy sort of game. But it's a break from the norm, to be honest. And there's Final Fantasy, the first one, which is a remake of the NES, or remaster, whatever you want to say, really. So I want to play that as well. So yeah, for 10 quid, it was a no-brainer. It's in beautiful condition. I already had a memory stick because this didn't come with one as well. It was a 4GB one. And I got it from Car Boot Sale a while ago, but I had no way of checking it really, only on that other PSP, but I hadn't touched it for ages. It was purely in case I got a new PSP, essentially. And I went to check it, I put it into the machine, and the gigabyte had been used, so... Oh no, 2GB, sorry. It was only like 2GB left. I was like, oh, what's on it then? And I'm going through, you know, thinking, is there any game saves on it or anything like that? And it was pictures. Right, okay, so I had a look, and there were pictures from Bangkok. thankfully, because I was really worried, thankfully it was a elderly couple that had been to Bangkok, and it was just pictures of the scenery and stuff like that. It could have been a whole lot worse. But yeah, they've gone now anyway, so yeah, absolutely delighted with it, and I'm really considering collecting for the PSP, and my wife won't want to wear that whatsoever, but I just, it's a great system, it really is. And that's my pickups, guys. I really hope you've enjoyed what I've got, because I'm over the moon with it all, I really am. And having the collector's editions and things, the different sizes, I know, different thicknesses, different heights, whatever, but I aren't really bothered. They'll be all going in on a shelf. I don't care if they're like really big, really low. They'll all be going in alphabetical order, and yeah, it's just, for me, it's the way to go when they're that cheap. You know, it's not as though I bought Dark Souls at release for God knows how much that would have been, maybe 50 quid. It might have been 49.99 back in the day with the art book, you know. But yeah, that's what I'm aiming for. So I want to thank you for watching, and I'll see you in Leeds. If not, maybe Doncaster. And if not, I might try and get to London, although that's a bit harder for me. I'm not the most confident driver, and it would take like 3 hours anyway, 3-4 hours. And train's rather expensive. So we'll see. I'll be about this year. I want to get to more events. I know there's like Nottingham, which isn't too far away. It's not too difficult to get to. Maybe Manchester, that's not too bad a drive. So we'll see. So yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you again very soon.